Hi. Um, as some of my friends already know, my New Year's resolution was to create a YouTube channel and to put content on it and get 10,000 followers. So I've been thinking about a YouTube channel for much of 2018, and my daughter and I had even done a couple of videos and could never quite get them edited and out there. So I thought, okay, so let's just go ahead and do this and see how it goes. My husband, I think, thought I lost my mind when I posted it on Facebook. He's like, that's pretty bold to put that out there for everyone to see that you're going to do this. And I said, well, if you're going to do it, do it. So hopefully this is the start to what's going to be a successful YouTube channel. So in this first episode, I just want to kind of give you a history of me, not really my family. This YouTube channel is not really about them. It's about my journey as a person and about some of the fun stuff that I do. So I want to talk a little bit about that and about some of the things that I'll be covering on my channel. So as a very young person, I had tendencies to be kind of a perfectionist or drive myself crazy, if you want to look at it honestly. I was really driven to do well in school, and I obsessed over that a lot throughout my whole career and elementary, middle, high school, and that kind of dominated all of my decisions. I wanted those grades. And I just will say this, that if you're a mom and that was you and you have a child that's not that, that's very tough. And that takes some real thought work to try to turn that around and find happiness in what your children find happiness in. And that if their goal is not an A, if their goal is something different about learning, you have to learn how to be that mom. I still work on that. I will say that in college, I developed an eating disorder as well as symptoms of Crohn's disease, which, to be honest, I had no idea that's what it was. I was having blood when I would go to the bathroom, and I called a secret nurse line in college that was on my insurance card. And this really nice nurse on the phone said, well, it could be a couple of things, but one of those is colon cancer. And so the thought that went through my mind, as crazy as it seems now as an adult, was don't tell anyone. You have a scholarship, you're here to get a job done, you can't miss school. So I let that ride throughout the rest of my college career and went into teaching. And my first probably maybe month or two of teaching, arrived at school so weak that I couldn't even do my job. And luckily my principal was my high school principal. I'd returned to that school, and he said, I need to call your mom. And I said, no, I can get myself home. And so I ended up, this was the road that led me to discover that I do have Crohn's disease, and I've had it for well over 20 years, 25 years. And thinking about it, I'm so used to saying 20 years, don't really realize how old I am. I'm almost 48. And so I don't know if that had anything, my work ethic had anything to do with bringing on the disease, but maybe I had a genetic predisposition and just kind of, drove myself in that direction. I also had an eating disorder in college, or disordered eating. I would throw up my food. And I don't really know how long I did that, and I don't really remember all the intricacies of it as well now. I don't know if I've kind of blocked it out, but that's a part of my story and a part of who I am, and a part of my decision to be a healthy adult is based on how I thought I was trying to be healthy back then, and realize now that that was just some really screwed up thinking. So I guess what inspired me to start a YouTube channel was realizing that at this age, I just wish that young people could see that, we think as young people. I remember thinking at 24, 24 is going to be my best year. My favorite number is 24. Turning 25 was kind of disappointing and just sort of devastating. And, now I'm past the prime of life, or whatever the thought was. It's crazy now that I even thought that. But now I realize that thinking back to that, I don't remember anything about 24 that stands out in my mind as being spectacular. I didn't do anything at 24. I didn't accomplish anything at 24. I didn't have a child at 24. Let's see, did I get married at 24? No, I don't think I did. If I did, I'm sorry, Tom. I'm terrible with keeping up with, let's see, I got married in 96, 71, and 24. No. Um, so there was nothing actually 24 that made it like over the top fantastic. But in my mind, that was really important to me. And I've carried that through. And now I realize that that really wasn't important. So I've had some things in my life that have kind of changed my thinking and make me a balance of different parts of what I think is important. I have 2 kids, and a big change has been seeing him mature, finish high school, and go to college. And my daughter's now in middle school, and so I'm not a mom of little kids anymore. My husband and I have been together forever. We were high school sweethearts, which I have in common with Rachel Hollis, maybe? I don't remember. But I read her book, Girl Wash Your Face, and it was absolutely spectacular. If you've not yet read that book, you need to get it and read it and just listen to her advice. It's so sage and so sound for anyone just to be able to see, how to be unapologetic and to live your true life. And I've had people ask me, like, do Christian women like this book? She is a Christian woman, so I think it speaks to a lot of people. I've gone through a couple different weight loss journeys in my life. One was with Weight Watchers, and I don't remember how many years ago that's been now, maybe 4 or 5, and I made it to goal, and I kept it off maybe close to 2 years. And then recently, within the last 1.5 to 2 years, I had a very awesome person who helped me work on my nutrition. And Fran, if you ever watch this, I owe you more than you ever will know. But a doctor had said to me, if you don't want to end up wearing a bag, you need to change your diet. And no one had ever given me that option. I wanted to take charge of my health. And so Fran sat down with me, and over several appointments, we mapped out how I was going to eat. And I still, to this day, eat the way she taught me to eat. It hasn't made me super slim. I'm not as light as I was on Weight Watchers. Maybe throughout 2019, I have an 8-pound goal right now that I want to achieve from where I am currently, and that kind of has changed. I've adjusted it and done different things, but I do lift weights a lot, and so I've seen more change in like my size than my weight. So think of it like, if I weigh 10 pounds of feathers versus 10 pounds of something a little more dense or more condensed, 10 pounds of flour even, how that would be versus 10 pounds of feathers. So I think that my body is more compact because I work out more. Am I 100% pleased with it? No, but it's a great body. It works, it functions pretty well for me, and my Crohn's is not acting up, so I'm just super thankful. And I have room to grow. I have places to go with my eating, and I have leveled up with the quality of food that I eat over the course of the last 1.5 years, and I continue to do that. And I have slip-ups just like every other human. But a person who gives a lot of perspective to the way that I diet and eat now is Corinne Crabtree, who's losing 100 pounds with Fit and Fat. Really got me started in kind of the way that I want to think about food and the way that I want to eat and live healthy. So I appreciate her the change she has allowed me to have in my life. And this is absolutely not like how I dress usually, but a lot of times I'll pick out an outfit or whatever, and my husband's like, people always compliment you on your clothes. And I was like, well, I could incorporate that into my YouTube channel, so that'll be something you'll see. I went to the lady doctor and had blood work done, and she said, well, I think you may be perimenopausal. So I thought, okay, I'm going to figure this out. And she called me, and she didn't call me. She gave me a follow-up. And when I went into the office, she said, oh, yeah, I need to look at your blood work. And she looks at me with a shocked expression, and she said, no, you're in full-blown menopause. So she made suggestions of some things that I should do with hormonal therapy, and we're still kind of working through that. I'm not sure that I'm 100% sold on her idea, and we're going to talk about it again. So that's something that some of you may want to comment about and share, because I don't know. I did that estrogen cream and the testosterone cream, and like I was like growing hair like crazy fast, and so I don't like that. So we're gonna have to have a conversation about that. See, for you younger people, this is old lady problems. So that's a lot of the stuff that's going to be in my channel. It's going to be different. I don't think that you're going to get like, this is all my background. This is all where I'm coming from. I'll be showing you some food that I eat sometimes. Sometimes I'll be showing you like a favorite outfit that I've picked out, or accessories that I like, or things like that. Not everything is going to be change the world serious, because part of what I've learned is that I need some things that are not serious, some things that are frivolous and fun, in order to have some balance in my life and to keep me healthy. And so I enjoy working out. I enjoy using my time at night instead of worrying over everything in the world, which is what I did for so many years. Worry and pray, worry and pray. And I know many of you are going to say, if you pray, then you shouldn't worry. And I agree with that. But turning that off in my mind was such a difficult thing, and I just really did not do well with it. So I would, at night, just be in bed for, maybe a couple of hours just awake. I worried for everyone. I worried for every sick person, every person who had a problem. I did plenty worrying for you, for me, for everything. And so I traded that off for planning what I was going to wear to work the next day, which is totally like, some people think that is really dumb. But it actually allowed me to put my mind in a place that was not worry, and to put together an awesome outfit. And then the next morning I would get up, and in my foggy morning brain, I didn't need to go through that whole process. I just went and picked out what I had thought of the night before, put it on, put myself together, and go to work. So I leveled up my fashion game simply by working on my brain and trying to give my brain a way to relax, a way to decompress, to think about something that was not at all serious. And because I love to read, sometimes I would read, and oftentimes that I couldn't even distract myself from that. So I would end up just like I couldn't remember what I had read. The worry would take over. So in this first, introduction to me, these are just all the things about me that make me who I am, and the mom that I am at 47, and the wife that I am at 47, and the professional me that I am at 47, and the fun me that I am. So I just want to be okay with who I am, and I just think everybody should be that way. And so I guess the biggest thing is the reason that a lot of people fear putting themselves out there and doing these kinds of things is because of the negativity. So I guess this is going to be my test on, how tough am I and how thick is my skin. And that's okay. I mean, it's not that I'm committed to it. I don't have a big, you're not hurting me personally by putting something nasty out there. So, but I have a lot of friends who've supported me in this and said, Mona, you should do it. So, I just want to say hi to everyone. I want to thank everyone for watching. And if there are certain things that I've mentioned that you'd like to hear more about or see a future episode regarding, leave that in the comments, and I would be more than happy to put some of those things out there. Honestly, that's kind of why I'm here. I just want to be honest about who I am and the things that I think have helped me the most in life. I raised kids during the PAP, pre-pay at the pump, So I had to actually carry the baby into the gas station sometimes, lots of times, or click list. And I just think, moms, not that you have it so easy, please do not think that, but take advantage of all of these things that you can to make life easy for you, to make things not complicated, and to, feel like you're doing okay. I mean, you're probably doing better than you're giving yourself credit for every single day. And I think that's something, if I could go back and tell myself especially as a young mom, is, even on the days when you feel like you just failed terribly, you're not killing it at all, your kids survived, and you'll look back on it and think, it was a valuable time. And if you're seeing it that way now already, you're ahead of the game. And if you're at my age and you can see, the growth that has happened in your family and in your own life as a positive thing, I'm blessed to be as healthy as I am at my age, and just to have the life I have. And, it's not an extravagant life, it's an ordinary life, but I love it. And so I want everyone to just be able to open their eyes and see those blessings, and just take the little stuff and make it, make it the stuff that makes every day a little bit special. And I'll also be showing you some of my favorite products, because I have everything from this neat little tool that grabs all of your hair. I have crazy big hair. All of your hair out of the toilet, out of the drain in the tub. I have a crazy gadget that takes care of that. And all kinds of little tricks I've learned over the years that I plan to share in little bits along the way. So, I hope you'll see me on the next episode. They generally won't be this long, I don't think. My aim is to have them to be 5 to 10 minutes in length, so you can just fit them into your day wherever. But I'm excited. So I hope I'll see you on future episodes. I have no idea the lingo that goes along with YouTube channels. So I know that my daughter has taught me that I want people to like or follow, one of those, and subscribe, because those are important to getting a big viewership. So of course, the purpose for doing this stuff is to help people, to bring information out there that people want. So I wish everyone the most blessed day. I hope that within the next 24 hours you have something to look forward to, and if you don't, come up with something. Tomorrow I go back to work at a high school, and I look forward to seeing some kids who are going to be happy to be back at school. And I am also going to one of our county offices this evening to read the first 7 Psalms. In Kentucky, we start the year with, I guess all over the state, reading the Bible from cover to cover. So I was asked at church one Sunday to volunteer for a time period. So today at 5 o'clock, I'm going to do that. And then, of course, tomorrow I get to look forward to going back and seeing some wonderful kids. So figure out something that's going to be great for you in the next 24 hours. And I look forward to that. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.